Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have a video for Clique kits and I'm using the December kit. This is the last project that I'm doing with the December kit and I really love the way that it turned out. So the piece of paper on the back is a Clique Kits exclusive paper. It is gorgeous and it's got really great quality. It's super thick and the texture is really smooth. It's super nice. So the back side of that like plus sign paper, the exclusive paper from Clique Kits, is a really beautiful like rainbow picture of the earth. And it's gorgeous. But I'm not gonna lie, we don't really travel that much, and I just didn't feel like it went with any of the pictures that I was trying to document with this kit, so I decided to use this side, and I used one of the papers that already had like a diagonal. It was orange and this pink, and so I just cut the pink part off and I'm going to use the pink. It's like a blush pink. It's really pretty. So I also am going to bring in some different pops of color. Yellow is going to be one of them. I'm going to bring in some of that brighter blue along with some brighter pink. This kit is so pretty, but there are also there's very vibrant colors, but there are also some like toned down colors like this gray paper, which I'm going to use to map my photos on. And the photos that I'm documenting today are two pictures of us in the mountains this past year. Well, this past fall, not this past year, this past fall. One is of Emily and I, and then the other one is of Greg and I. And they were both 4x6 pictures, but I did trim them down just a tad, not too much though. So they are a nice size picture, and I know how much everybody loves it when I use multi photos on, or more than one photo on a layout, so I'm always pleased when I do as well. So I'm not sure. Okay, now I know where I went. So I'm going to use some dies. You guys, this is something that I am going to work on in the next year. Is one of my not goals, but one of my things that I want to do, I guess, is use my dies more. Last year and the year before, I believe, were stamps. Stamps were something that I had sitting around that I really loved to buy, but I didn't use them that often. And so then I made Ink Road Design Team, and I guest designed for several stamp companies, and I have a few guest design spots in the upcoming year for some stamp companies as well. And I love using my stamps. I'm so glad that I made that goal for myself 2 years ago. So this year, one of my goals is to use my dies more often, because I don't have a ton, but I do have some that are very usable for a lot of different projects. So these are some of my favorite dies. They're border dies, and they have like the stitched edge on it, or the stitched border. And so you can see here that I'm using my scrap paper, and I'm cutting out some of these like scalloped edges, and this is how I'm going to bring in some of those brighter pops of colors. I'm going to bring in that blue and then bring in that brighter pink as well. So that is what I'm doing right now, and I think it's only going to take 3, I believe, and then I'm done with my die cutting. And I put my Big Shot on the floor beside me. It used to be on a shelf, and now I'm hoping that with having it beside my foot that I will remember that it's there and I will use it more often. So I'm hoping that that helps. So you can see that I'm going to use the borders here, the blue ones, at this diagonal. I just felt like it needed something. Sometimes I'll put just a piece of paper like joining the two. or washi tape, that's a good thing, but I just wanted to use my die, so I really thought that this would be a nice way to use those and bring in another pop of color. Some of it is going to be covered up by the photos, but I'm going to do a continuous line just because I don't want there to be any gaps. Excuse me. So I do struggle just a bit with getting it kind of under the paper. But once I get it, I just use my fine line bottle and glue it down. And then I can start, I'm going to cut the edges off because it is hanging over on the corners there on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off and then start working on my layout and my clusters and my embellishing and all of that good stuff. So I did put the yellow, I did put the yellow paper behind the photos as well to bring that in. And I'm going to go ahead and glue the photos down because I know where I want them. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the scallop edge at the top of this picture and then the bottom of the bottom picture. I just like how that adds just an extra pop of color and another little texture, I guess. So here to the side, to my left-hand side, I have pieces pulled out from the die cuts and the ephemera and such to use on the layout, ones that I thought would work with this layout. So my title is going to be I'll Go Anywhere With You, and I'm using Let's Go for a Ride and On the Road Again, and I'm going to use that little pink car. I do really badly need some foam tape or some like pop dots or something because I'm just like cutting this apart. It works great and I'm almost out though, but I'm making it work, right? So you'll see me do that for quite a while. And I'm drinking coffee. It's early in the morning. You're gonna see me make a big, huge boo-boo. Look, I dropped it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I dropped it on the photos. It was stuck on the photos. That adhesive on that is so good. It ruined my picture. So now I'm like, well, I guess it's staying here. This is where the title's gonna be because now I have to cover up the sticky and the stuff that got on the photos. So actually, in the end, I really like it better here than off to the left-hand side. I don't like the arrow on top of my head, excuse me, but it had sticky stuff right there, so I had to cover it up with something. So don't be discouraged. I was so mad. Y'all should have heard me. I was not a happy person. This was the first layout that I had done since my father passed away last week, and it was a struggle. I needed to get back in here because creating is kind of my therapy. It kind of soothes me. It kind of makes me feel good. And I hadn't done it in a week, and I really just needed it. And then I dropped it, and I just felt like, So don't be discouraged if a mistake happens. Just do your best to fix it or cover it up. And don't start all over, because I could have definitely just threw it in the trash and started over, but I actually love the way that it came together, and it was a happy accident. I like the way that it looks now. So I finally used that camera, y'all. I've been trying to use it. I tried to use it in the last layout and the first layout that I made with this kit. So yeah, I finally used it. I am struggling with the title though. At the top there, it has double the, what is it, the foam, because the foam came up from one side and laid there and it was stuck on the picture. So you'll see me try to fix that here in a minute, and I do fix it and it works perfectly. And I embellished with a little bow. Those Amy Tan bows were, I think, in 2 kits ago. I bought the whole pack from the Clique Kits store. And you can check out the store and get a discount if you guys use my discount code, which is Heather L15. I will have that down in the description below, along with the website. So that's it. I hope that you guys, actually that's not it. I'm going to bring in some enamel dots from my stash and one sticker that says Everyday Adventures and a couple little heart stickers, and then that's going to be it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, I would love to have you subscribe and follow along through my scrapbooking. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Bye.